Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Geopolitical Intelligence Report, focusing on the Iran Shock 2026. Today, we'll delve into the structural transformation and strategic outlook of the EV and battery industries under intense geopolitical turbulence. Our report begins with a critical scenario: the blockade of the Strait of Hormuz in 2026. On February 28, 2026, a military strike on Iran triggered what has been described as the largest supply disruption in history, fundamentally overturning the global energy order. This event led to an unprecedented surge in Brent crude prices. As you can see from the projected path, prices quickly rose to $180 per barrel. The International Energy Agency, or IEA, issued a stark statement, saying, "This crisis is eroding the global economy at a scale and speed far surpassing the oil shocks of the 1970s. This truly highlights the severity of the situation. In this post-shock world, electrification is no longer just an eco-friendly initiative. It has been fundamentally redefined as a critical pillar of national energy independence and economic resilience. It is now seen as a crucial survival strategy rather than just an environmental choice." This crisis caused a significant operating cost inversion and profoundly shifted consumer behavior. Firstly, the fuel crisis saw gas prices exceeding $4.11 per gallon, pushing internal combustion engine operating costs to uncontrollable levels for average households. Secondly, the economic edge of electric vehicles became undeniable, with charging costs now approximately one-third of gasoline expenses. Solar integration further allowed for a zero-fuel cost lifestyle, driving mass adoption. Finally, the appeal of energy autonomy and off-grid self-sufficiency surge. For instance, Australian EV sales doubled year over year as consumers sought protection from global supply shocks. By March 2026, the global market underwent a rapid transformation. We observed the sudden obsolescence and rapid devaluation of internal combustion engine assets. There was a significant supply chain pivot, with OEMs reallocating 90% of their research and development efforts to electrification. Furthermore, grid resilience became a major focus, with vehicle-to-home, or V2H, technology becoming a standard safety feature in new electric vehicles. Governments swiftly implemented emergency energy measures. In France and the Netherlands, social lease and scrap incentives were expanded, with France offering monthly fixed-rate EV leasing for low-income groups and the Netherlands accelerating scrap and replace bonuses. In Southeast Asia, specifically Vietnam, Cambodia, and Laos, tax holidays were enacted, including drastic import duty and consumption tax exemptions to fast-track non-oil transport solutions. One critical aspect highlighted by this crisis is the Chinese dominance in the battery market. CATL and BYD together control 60% of the market share, effectively holding global energy hegemony. Other manufacturers, primarily Korean and Japanese suppliers, account for 25%, while emerging players like Northvolt and various U.S. startups make up the remaining 15%. The Battery Energy Storage System, or BESS, market has seen tremendous growth, transforming it into a new national security asset. Grid instability has made stationary BESS solutions essential. As you can see from the forecast, significant growth is projected from 2024, with the shock point in 2026 accelerating this trend, leading to substantial expansion by 2032. Japanese manufacturers, in particular, faced a double shock. This included imminent risks such as market paralysis, with 13% of exports, equating to 550,000 units, blocked by Middle East logistics disruptions. Also, the inherent gasoline dependence in hybrids was exposed as a critical weakness. In response, a strategic redefinition is underway. This involves accelerating vertical integration through in-house battery production, exemplified by initiatives like Toyota Battery. Furthermore, Japanese manufacturers are making a significant solid-state gambit, betting on mass production by 2027 to regain technological leadership. Looking at the roadmap for next-generation technology and domestic production, we see clear milestones. In 2024 to 2025, battery subsidiaries were established, and METI certification for domestic production was secured. By 2026, high-performance lithium-ion production, such as PPES Himeji's 30 GWh, commenced. Moving to 2027 and 2028, solid-state battery mass production is expected to begin, alongside scaling up BESS supply. The long-term goal for 2030 is to establish a 100 GWh per year domestic production capacity. In conclusion, the survival strategy post-2026 hinges on three key pillars. First, JIC procurement, shifting from just-in-time to just-in-case, securing vertical integration to withstand logistics collapse. Second, a focus on the VPP business, transitioning from mere hardware sales to virtual power plant services to monetize energy volatility. And third, tech standardization, accelerating solid-state battery and material standardization through what we call mutual aid supply chains. That concludes our report. Are there any questions? Here are the sources for the images used in this presentation. Thank you for your attention.